AP Calculus, AB Related Rates problem. It's the boat. A boat is pulled into a dock by means of a winch 12 feet above the deck of a boat. The winch pulls in the rope at a rate of 4 feet per second. Determine the speed of the boat when there are 13 feet of rope out. So first thing I'm always going to do in these related rate problems, well, almost always, I'm going to draw a picture, and this is no exception. So I'm going to draw this picture, and I'm going to make my picture in such a way that my AP reader can use it. So here it is, and I'm going to actually, you know what, hell, I'm going to make a little boat. And I don't know if I would actually do this on the test or not. Depends on how much time I felt like I had. But anyway, here's my boat. Here's the deck of my boat. Here's my boat. And here's a little sail in the boat. And what I'm saying to you is this, that y of t is equal to 12, right? That we have this rope here. And here's my rope. My rope here. And the rope here is, how many feet long does it say? 13 feet of rope is out. So check this out for a second. Hopefully you can see how this is coming together. 13. This is a right angle. So we have a triangle here. So the first thing I'm going to gather up is, what do we know? So here's my picture. So start with my picture. And I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to say Pythag. They're going to know this anyway, but that x squared plus y squared is equal to c squared. And we know that 12 squared plus, we know that x squared plus 12 squared is equal to c squared, right? We know that c is 13, so it's 13 squared. So we have x squared plus 144 is equal to 169. I'm going to save you all this algebra, but you got to show them a little bit of something here. But I do know that x will equal 5. So look, I have this triangle, 12, 13, 5 here. So it just gives us an idea of what's going on. Our AP grader is always looking for a reason to take your points away and needs to be encouraged to give us extra points. So this is my little bit of encouragement here. What I want to know is this, right? This is what we know. We need, this is x, isn't it? We need dx dt. That is, dx dt. At what rate is the x value changing as time goes by, right? So we need this value right here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do x squared plus 144, because that 12 is never going to change. I don't need to take the derivative here. Is equal to c squared. We know, right? We have some idea of some stuff. What else do we know? We know that the winch pulls in the rope at a rate of 4 feet per second. So we know that dc dt is equal to 4, right? That's the rate at which this thing is changing, at which the length of the rope is changing. So I'm going to take the derivative here. So I'm going to differentiate right here. And remember, what we want to know is how this is changing. So it's going to be 2x dx dt plus the first derivative of 144 is 0 because it's a constant, isn't it? And the first derivative of c squared is 2c dc dt. It seems like we have a lot of work to do, but we're actually almost done. What we need to figure out is, what is it that we want? And what we want is dx dt by itself, don't we? So I think that's what I'm going to go for. That's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to start, you know what, why don't I just start filling in the blanks here? So fill in the blanks here, right? We know that x, right, this is x is 5, so we have 2 times 5 dx dt, remember that's what we're looking for, is equal to 2. But we know that the length of the rope, we're talking about when the length of the rope is 13, so 13 times dc dt, but we know dc dt. They told us dc dt is 4 feet per second, so is 4, isn't it? So that should give us, this is actually going really well. This is going to give us 10 dx dt is equal to 26. 26 times 4 is 104, isn't it? It's 104. And can I just do a little bit of algebra here? That dx dt, oh my gosh, you see what I messed up? The rope is getting pulled in. So dc dt is negative. I was like, what? Looks like the rope is going out. Is negative 4, isn't it? All right, so is 104 is negative, actually negative 104, right? Over 10. So dx dt is equal to negative 52 fifths. I'm just simplifying this math. This is crucial, so I hope you're really, really paying attention to this because it's going to help. I was listening to somebody talk the other day, and they were saying that when your AP reader is reading, the middle score that they can give, it's like a score out of 9. So the middle score they could give you is a 5. And they almost never give the 5. They're either going to give a 4 or a 6. 4 is failing, 6 is passing. So they're told, supposedly here, never to give the 5. So we have to encourage them to give us that extra point. Well, one thing we can do is make sure that we are using correct units. So it's feet per second, right? So there's our math. I hope this video has been really helpful to you. The math is very, very doable. My great suggestion to you, and I think it's a great suggestion, is that you do a ton of these problems. So when you see it on the AP exam, it's not the first time. There's no time to figure this kind of stuff out. You have to have done a ton of repetitions, and that's what I tell everybody. So that's what I'm telling you. I hope this is helpful. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Thanks for the time.